it seems like he reminded me that those things that I use as an excuse not to go back is the same thing that I use as an excuse when I'm about to enter. And then I was really thinking, Lord, should I really enter or not? I also have my own plans, you know. But then God made me realize that His mission is more important. I don't know if you would like to know my excuses. Maybe I'll mention some of it. One, I said, I want to do further studies. I want to do. God replied to me, everything will pass away, but my words will not. So I realized, of course, studying is important, but you keep on updating, but you have to study also the Word of God and share it to others, and it's something that never go passé. So I said, oh yes, you're right. And then next, God, I think I'm already old now. I said, I'm already 40. 10 years ago, I want to enter the Columban Dictionary, and I did call the CLM. But then, maybe it's not yet time that I would enter during that time. But then, the call returned back, and then it seems like He's telling me to do something new that I've never done before. So I said, Lord, I think I'm already old now. I'm 10 years older than before. But then He led me to the story of Abraham. He said, Abraham was 75 when God called him. Okay, I'm younger than Abraham. I'm just 40. So, okay. And then I said, oh God, I still want to have my own family and have my own children. I think it would be too late if I will postpone it. And then He led me to the story of Sarah. Sarah was 90 when she gave birth to Isaac. And then, okay, what? And then I'm starting to get scared. I said, Lord, is it really you speaking? Maybe I'm just imagining things, or it's just coincidence. And then He led me again to the story of the disciples, wherein they are so scared because they saw Him and they thought He was a ghost. And then He said, do not worry, it is I. Do not fear, it is I. So I said, okay, you are really calling me. And then when we had our re-entry, it's the same thing that came back to me, that those excuses. And God made me realize that He already answered those things. And then, as I recall His reply, I also recall His faithfulness. That's why we were able to finish our term there also in Britain. And it's the same thing that I hold on to also as I decided to renew. So of course there are many concerns about my mom. My mom is already older. But then my younger brother volunteered to live with her. She would no longer be alone in the house. So all of my excuses, God took care of it. So even the further studies that I would like to do, there are several people calling me, can you have a copy of your PowerPoint presentation of your thesis? I would like to include it to my presentation, to my further studies. So it seems like God is telling me I'm already assigned some people who will take care of that, so don't worry about those things. So until I came out of nothing anymore to say as an excuse. And then it was Sunday. I said, I will finalize my decision on Sunday. I would try to find out what is the gospel and the message of God to me. And the message was, it was when Jesus sent out His disciples 2 by 2. So, okay. So it's really you speaking and telling me to go back. So I'm holding on to those faithfulness of God, His reply to me, and also His continuous assistance and support to us and guide us as we go to mission. Hopefully, and I know it will be the same God, the faithful God that will journey with us in the next years.
Hello, good afternoon to everybody. And just laugh because I'm nervous, I'm happy. Mixed emotions really of what to say. When John told us that we will share our experience, that we will share what is the reason why we're going back, my initial response was, actually I don't want to go back. But then as what Jer have said, that God is so faithful that I've heard God speaks in my heart, "Oh, Jai Jai, are you really sure you don't want to go back?" So it made me reflect again. And then it brought me to the many wonderful and enriching experiences I had there in Britain with the people that I have met there. The many friendships and the many relationships that has helped me deepen my relationship with the Lord. So I guess that's what makes me push to go back and ride the boat again. How plainly I. But I'm really thankful to God for all His blessings. Because at first, when I left the Philippines, my traditional thinking of being a missionary is that, oh, I will go to Britain because I will preach about God, quote unquote. But then when I reached Britain, it is there that I have met God. God is really there before me. And I have learned so many things, even in the face of my Muslim brothers and sisters there. I even remember one instance when a Muslim woman told me, and she said, "Jai Jai, you know what? The Bible is the best book that you can read." And then I was struck when she said that, coming from a Muslim woman. There are many experiences there, especially the hardships of people, especially coming from different countries, especially the asylum seekers who are seeking a good life. But then when they reach Britain, they feel so lonely because they left their families back home. And it's not easy for them to go back to where they come from. And so it touches me because it is an invitation for me to be a family, to be a sister to them. And I would just like to take this opportunity to thank the Columban family for all your prayers and for all your support. And then I'm also very, very inspired to see the former lay missionaries who are here. And I'm surprised to see I've been looking for you all this time. And I'm surprised to see you, si Ate Beth, and everybody, my friends, and all the Columban sisters and fathers and Columban lay missionaries. So I think it gives me the strength and the courage that this is really God's mission, and you are all there through your prayers and support. And I will also like to thank my family back home, my parents, especially my brothers and sisters. I know that they're also a part of this mission for sending me, and also the parish people. I don't want to cry anymore because I have makeup on. I just want to laugh. It's a nervousness already. Anyway, thank you and continue praying for us. And thank you Ate Rose and si Ate Payne nandun sa kusina ngayon preparing our food. Ate Mavic, thank you very much. Yesterday, we completed all the papers for our visa, and it was just this morning that we lodged the application, so hopefully we'll have the visa. And last thing, God always works 11th hour. He knows His ways and His style, and there's no way that I can say no, so I said yes. Thank you very much.
I thought it's optional to share. Because every time I am in front of the crowd, I feel nervous. But being nervous is actually always, every time I'm nervous, I can say something nice. Well, when I'm asked about, John asked me last night if I could share what makes me decide to go back to Britain. It actually made me think the whole night. I didn't get enough sleep. It's nice to say that now. Okay, so I think it's really been great to be in Britain, and I really feel like I'm blessed. It's been really a real blessing and a privilege to be able to insert in a multicultural place. We are assigned in Birmingham, in Sparkle especially, and it's a multicultural place. And when I went to Britain, because my colleague, my teammate, they went ahead of me. I was left behind about 2 months. So they lived together. I was asked to live with a Chilean, and it was great to live with another culture. And living with another culture itself was mission for me, because being a Columban is actually crossing boundaries, gender and race and culture. So when I was asked to live with the Chilean, and she was 10 years already in Britain, and I was new, at first I was kind of hesitant, and I was asking, I think it would really be a big challenge, but I lived with a Chilean, and it was great. That really, I appreciate living with another colleague, because it really helps me a lot, and it gives me the opportunity to learn another culture, another language, another everything. So for me to be a really a missionary, this is what I appreciate in being a missionary. I joined the Columban because somehow it grasped my charism as a Christian. I was involved in the Philippines in the Catholic activities. So leaving the country is actually, I feel a bit guilty leaving the country. And even now that I am in the Philippines, I feel a bit shy of meeting my colleagues in catechetical center, because I'm a religious teacher. So I've been doing a lot when I was in the Philippines, but I realized that the work of the church is not only in the Philippines. The work of the church is vast. So the idea of this exchange of missionaries was really great. People are going and coming, it's learning another culture. I think the best thing that I really appreciate, that the best thing that I really learned, that somehow also holds me back to go back to Britain, is I have the opportunity to celebrate with people of other faith and culture. In the Philippines, I don't have that avenue to do that. We are 80% Catholic here. I am always surrounded with Catholic people, and I miss that. I really miss it. When I go to my province, when I go everywhere, I always meet Catholic people, Christian. But in Britain, every day, I am always with people of other faith and culture. And it's interesting to really be with other faith. And I think this is already the challenge about, we are not only, the church is not only a group of Catholics. So it's really great. So now that I'm going back to Britain, I'm happy, and I am proud that I am a Columban, and I thank the Columban for having me. I'm learning and I'm growing here, and I'm happy. Thank you.